My name is Paige, and I am the CEO of Nyoka Design Labs, and we've recently won the SDTC Seed Funding. And what this means for Nyoka is that we'll be focusing on launching commercial pilots and testing our product actually in the wild, in the marine industry, to really push forward our work to protect the marine ecosystem from the waste that's produced by glow sticks.
Hi, my name is Ken Grenier. I'm the CEO of Pacific Ridge, and we've recently won the SDTC Seed Funding. We'll be using this money to cover the costs for field trials on a biological that we're developing to mitigate the spread of Aphanomyces in prairie pea farmers' soil.
Crowdfunding is important for these types of endeavors because starting a new technology, there's a lot of risk, and often capital and investment comes in when some of that risk has been basically solved. And so in the early stages of a company, often there's a gap between the type of funding you need to achieve your proof of concept and then the stage at which you have the data that you can use to then go and source investment. So grants really fill that gap. And I know there's a lot of clean tech companies that are using this grant funding to get their work to that proof of concept where it's good enough that then a potential investor would believe the risk has been managed enough and it's worth investing in.
The overall experience working with SDTC grant funding was a streamlined process. It didn't take long for us to get to the specifics of our project, what they were looking for, the information, the application process, and the turnaround time on the funding was much quicker than our experience with other processes, other funding that we've been trying to get.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone at Alacrity, for all of the support. So for Nyoka Design Labs, we wouldn't have been able to get this grant without your nomination, and all the ongoing support throughout the application process was also great. I'm sure that's why we had such a successful application.